You see, in this world, there are two kinds of lyres, my friend. Those with the low strings on the left side, and the nooks go up as I move my hand in this direction. And those with the high strings on the left side, and the nooks go down in this direction. The high strings are these shorter and thinner strings that create higher pitches, while the low strings, being thicker and longer, produce lower pitches. So which one is the right one for you, and has it anything to do with being left-handed or right-handed? In this video, I'll show you a simple method you can use to find the right lyre for you, whichever is your dominant hand. And this method is very simple. There's only one thing you have to remember, and it's this. Your dominant hand should face the front of the lyre. Now this is the front where you can access all the strings. This is the back where some of the strings are obstructed. So your dominant hand faces the front of the lyre, and the non-dominant hand should be placed at the back of the lyre for support. And by support, I mean to hold the lyre in place or to play harmony to accompany the dominant hand. So this is how I would position my lyre because I'm right-handed. If I were left-handed, I would position my lyre like this, so that my left hand faces the front of the lyre, and my non-dominant hand would be at the back of the lyre for support. With this setup, you either have the higher strings closer to you, or have the lower strings closer to you, depending on the lyre. Now let me switch back to my right-handed self. Now the higher strings are closer to me with this lyre, and this arrangement resembles the harp or the chromatic lyre, where the higher strings are closer to the person. So people who play the harp, the chromatic lyre, or people aiming to move on to the harp or chromatic lyre may prefer this arrangement. With the other lyre, the strings are laid out like a piano's, where the lower notes are on the left side and progress to the higher notes on the right side. So if you play the piano, you may find this arrangement more comfortable. Me personally, I play the guitar, and I'm used to my thumb closer to the lower strings, and this lyre with the lower strings closer to me just feels more intuitive. If you play the guitar left-handed, you may prefer the other lyre for the same reasons, because your thumb will be closer to the lower strings. It's entirely a matter of personal preference which one you choose, and if you don't have a preference, it's also okay. Just pick any you like. So we just talked about the layout of the strings, which is one thing to consider when choosing a lyre, but there are other important factors to consider too. Watch the next video to find out.